What up, y'all? Welcome back to this episode of Keeping It G Real. I'm Tay.
I'm Lo.
I'm Bella. Hey, y'all.
Okay, this episode we're talking about Bella's birthday. Not just any birthday, her 21st birthday.
Woo! She's legal.
Finally legal, but barely alive. I'm probably not going to be speaking much on this episode. I'll make some comments here and there, but I can't really say much because there's not much memory. So Lo's going to carry this episode on her back.
I got it.
hard to
Like
tell a
I was
story.
carried.
No, physically, yes.
It's hard to tell a story when you weren't conscious for the bulk of it.
Yep.
No, pretty much. So
Yep.
you can like just explain the small parts that you do remember,
Well,
and you're
yeah.
Explain how you planned it.
I
Oh.
remember the first half of the night. What do you mean how I planned it?
I mean, you said we're gonna have a pregame, then we're gonna.
Oh, yeah.
the plan.
Okay, so the itinerary for the birthday soiree was we were going to Universal in the morning, which Lo and I did. And then Gabe and Lucas and my parents came up for lunch at Margaritaville, where I ordered a margarita flight. So it came with 4 mini margaritas. I had 3 out of the 4 because they were the fruity flavors. And the margarita I didn't drink was just a classic one that was really salty and gross.
But Bella, you don't even like tequila, so I
know.
didn't register like why you actually got the flight, but
I was like, I gotta be a tequila girly now that I'm like old. I gotta like kind of force myself into it. But them shits were good as
I like tequila.
so yummy.
I mean,
not.
She likes tequila flavored things.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. But I kind of like tequila now though. I really don't mind it. Like taking tequila shots like with the salt and lime, it's real nice.
Yummy.
And that's so nice for y'all. I'm gonna support you from right here.
Tay said I could
And,
never.
and that's okay. But after that, okay, nice alarm there. But after that was a pregame at our apartment, and then we are going out to Guilt. And at the pregame, making a little birthday toast, having some shots, funneling some Twisted Teas. Twisted Teas, if you're listening, should sponsor me because
Can we please get a sponsorship with Twisted Tea?
How are we gonna get a sponsorship from Twisted Tea when only one of us is 21?
Bro, sponsor me then. Sponsor me. Forget them. Like, at least sponsor me.
As soon as we're all of age, hit our line.
Yeah, but that was real delish. I feel like we should talk about the club, and then I do have a very interesting story time from the night before my birthday.
Oh,
The
we
events leading
forgot the most
Oh.
important part.
Okay, start with the night before.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. We will go
It
back
was
in
the
time
night before Bella's
to
21st.
my birthday eve, going into midnight on my birthday. We have some lovely friends over. It's just like a little small getty. There's about 7 of us. We're getting ready. We're listening to music, just dancing. Music's not loud. It's on game day too, so everyone's at the club. And since it was the first UCF game day, cops are just gonna be jackasses all night. A cop knocks on my door, maybe at 11, asking to turn the music down. I was using the bathroom at this time, so I did not answer the door. One of my friends did. And he was like,
But
"Oh,
also, it was like a 30-second interaction, maybe. Like, it was so quick. I thought he was like lying when he said it was the cops. I was
Oh.
like, I thought it was like literally just one of our neighbors.
Because we heard the knock at the door and we were like, oh shoot, is it the cops? And then he opened the door and he was like, yo, it's 12. And I was like, nah, like he's joking. And then he opened the door all the way. I said, oh.
Yeah, no, I thought he was
it's
lying
a-
to begin
oh
with.
damn."
And he was just, all he said was like, yo, like we got a noise complaint. Like, don't make me have to come back. And then
Yeah.
he left. And we were like, all right, whatever. It wasn't even that loud though. So don't.
Like, there's only, I need to emphasize, there were only 7 of us. Like, how much noise could we really be making?
Yeah, and we didn't even have we weren't using a speaker. We were just using music on the TV, which is not that loud. Like the only way you could hear it is if you're walking outside, like right outside our apartment complex.
I know other bitches were having like game day parties in our apartment complexes.
Exactly.
So why
100%.
the ops had to come bother us?
Yeah. And so we like turn up, and then especially when midnight happens, I take like my first legal shot, And we're just like, woohoo, yay, congrats, Bella, happy birthday. And then literally 5 minutes after midnight, get a loud bang on the door. Lauren opens the door and was like, I guess stunned. And then I came out and it was like 2 cops. Do you have something to say?
Oh no, I legitimately was coughing, but I also do have something to say.
Do you want to say?
Oh yeah. So just about the whole like getting the door situation. If it was a cop, respectfully, I would not be the first one to walk up to the door. But I only answered the door because I thought it was Gabe and Lucas surprising you. Because like you said, it literally was like 5 minutes after 12. So I'm like, oh, like they're being such nice friends, like gonna come like, you know, take a shot with you like for your birthday. And then that's why like when I opened the door, I was like double surprised because I was like, ooh, I would have paid to see my face because I just didn't speak because I was like, no, they're gonna say something to me. So I said, let me not be the first one.
Yeah. So the cops were like, oh my God, like we were just here 5 minutes ago. First of all, no, you weren't. You were here about an hour ago. And then I was just apologizing. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, officers. You know, it was like, you know, we're just like celebrating my birthday. And then he's like, how old are you? And like, I'm wearing the 21 birthday sash in the crown. So obviously 21, if you could read. But I was like, oh, like I'm 21. He goes, oh, so you admit you're underage drinking. First of all, no drink in my hand. The way we opened the door to our apartment, we're like kind of blocking the entrance. So you can't see anything. Like there's no alcohol in sight. And there's no evidence to where you could like prove that. And I was like, no, I didn't say that. Like I never said that. And then he
He
like,
said,
yo, he literally like interrupted me. He's like shushed me. And I was like, oh hell no. I was like,
he
this
was
is
being
white
so
ass cop.
rude.
I was like, bro, I'm literally about to throw hands. And I'm like, I was not gonna say anything because I'm black. Like I'm gonna get like shot or arrested so easily. And he's like, I could arrest you. I could arrest the person who bought you the alcohol, or I can make it fun and arrest all of you. I can make this night a very memorable one for you. But happy birthday.
dramatic ass.
It was so bad. It was so bad. I was just too stunned to speak because like we talked about I forgot which episode it was, like the one that we talked about our freshman year stories when we had the other interaction with the cops. Because like I guess we like learned kind of how to handle them because like they hate when you like talk back because then that just gives them like more of a reason to like, I don't know, just they like to be like hard asses. So I just like stayed quiet. I was just like nodding along. I'm like, yeah, like the party's over. Like we just like, you know, wanted to celebrate at 12 and then we're like done for the night. And they're like, yeah, don't make us come back up here again or I will be arresting someone tonight. I said, okay,
Cops
cool.
don't with
we
us.
just turned the music off. We said, oh, no more fun for tonight.
No,
I
the
guess.
party was dead after that, respectfully.
It really was. They really killed the
They
vibe.
killed the
I wasn't
vibe.
having it. Cops don't with us, but it's okay because I don't with them. So
The feeling is
sorry.
mutual.
I remember I like heard the knock on the door and then I was like dancing like within eyesight of the door and then you open it and it was a cop. I said, ooh, ooh. And I just like shuffled off to the
I'm gonna
side.
shimmy the other way.
I made eye contact with them too. I said, I'm just gonna go over here.
No, because then also our 2 other like guy friends that are there, they bolted into the room. I did not even see them when the cops were there. I was like, dang guys,
They
like,
said
thanks
y'all
for your
got
help.
it.
No, literally, because I mean maybe they assume like they'd be like easier on girls, but
I have no idea, but yeah. So my birthday already started out with a bang. It was already very eventful. So now we're fast forwarding into my birthday night. So I already talked about the pregame. Now we're just kind of going right into the guilt aspect where, you know, things get a little hazy from here. So Lo, take it away.
fair. Let's see. Well, can I backtrack a little bit? The car ride over there. Because Bella also gave me permission to be her like cutoff person for the night. So like I would be the one to tell her like, Bella, like no, like you're done taking shots or like don't take any more or don't drink any more drinks.
I said you could be my cutoff person, but I said you would need a whole army because when I'm drunk, I'm determined. Like if I want to do something or don't want to do something, like no one can convince me otherwise. So I said
We know.
you need a whole army to take me down.
I said, tell me something I don't know. Because I think it was like the first time I tried to like cut you off, and I'm like, Bella, literally don't drink that New Amsterdam. And she goes, ooh, with the funnel and chugs it. And I go, girl.
No, the funnel was only twisted teas, but my friend had a bottle of New Amsterdam and was like gonna pour it in my mouth, and I was like, please, God, no. Like, I don't want to do this. And Lauren's like looking at me. She's like, yeah, Bella, don't do it. But then everyone starts chanting my name. They're like, Bella, Bella. And you know,
I was chanting
I
your
can't say
name.
no to that. Like, and then there's like phones like recording me, and I'm like, shit, like I gotta go through with it now.
Fair.
So had to
Bella-
do what I
Bella,
had to do.
Bella folded.
Did you give in to the peer pressure, Bella?
I did give into the peer pressure.
And she said, and I'll do it again.
Do better.
Okay, now we get to go. So we skipped a line because it's always like super long on Friday. So we paid the $10. Bella got her happy birthday from the security guard. Then we head inside. I don't think there was anything like too eventful. Like, you know, you're just getting your regular drinks from the bar, tequila or vodka lemonade. And then, yeah, get downstairs. So we have like a big group of friends that we brought. Like, so at the pregame, it was probably like 20 people, like at least. And they all were going to Guilt. So we basically took up like a whole corner of the club. So super fun, all good vibes. And then it's just funny because we had Bella's like two other friends. And so me and Tay would always just like look at each other and be like, where's Bella? And they're like, oh, like she's with Faith, she's with Mia. So one of us needs to be with her at all times.
Next year, we're putting a tracker on you because
Nah,
I would always
dead
look around and be
ass.
like, where's Bella? Because I'm like, oh no, she's yakking somewhere. Like, we got to go help her. Turn around. Oh, she's up in VIP. I said, she's
No,
fine.
she was up there by herself.
got
I'm
it.
like, Bella, I left for a whole of 5 minutes. I went to go like wash my hands in the bathroom and she's alone in VIP. And I'm like, maybe I should help out.
I do remember being in like a couple of different VIP spots, but while I was up there, I got a stranger to buy me a green tea shot, and then I left VIP right after.
Do you know that I got kicked out of VIP?
What?
No, I did not.
You were in VIP? What? Were we in VIP together?
I was, no.
Oh.
Some other one of the friends, I literally don't remember, was like really trying to get into VIP, and she was like, and then the people in VIP were like, come on, and then this girl came and like lifted the rope for us, and then I was standing there because I wasn't really trying to go, but she was like, no, like come on. I was like, all right, I'll come. And so I came into the VIP. I'm there for all of 30 seconds. Some big man comes up to me and he's like, where's your wristband? And I'm like, right here. And he's like, your VIP wristband. I
She said,
said,
ew.
I don't have one of those. And he was like, you gotta go. And I was like, what?
I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know that VIP had wristbands by
Because
themselves.
the amount of times that we've been to Guilt and like hung out in VIP for most of the night, I ain't never needed a wristband before. But yeah, I got kicked out. So
Dang. Tay was having her own little adventure.
No, for real.
Okay, so then after the VIP, I think that's when it went downhill because, okay, no, I lost you for a little. You were upstairs apparently taking more shots with Faith. And then you come back down and I think you like told like Adriana or something. You're like, oh, like I need to pee. And so I was like, oh, like I'll go like, you know, with you guys. And so when we get to the bathroom, I think that's really where it went all downhill. So you're peeing and then all of a sudden you're like, no, I need to throw up right now. And Adriana's over, the poor girl. Adriana's like, no, but like, can I pee first though? Like I really have to pee. And you're like, nope, it's coming right now. And I was like, oh, okay. And so I knew the drill. So, you know, she's like holding back your hair. I'm like, you know, handing you like napkins and water. And honestly, you were like pretty like coherent for like the first like 15 minutes. Like we were like laughing. You were like, bro, like that last shot like really got me and just making the weirdest noises. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, you know, she's like drunk as but like she's having fun. Like she's fine. And then I think when you sat on the floor, that's when the spins started happening. And so then your head was just like in the toilet, like throwing up, whatnot. And we left you there for probably like 10 more minutes because you kept on yelling at us. You're like, no, I can't stand. Like I feel so dizzy. Like I'm gonna throw up more.
Yeah, I do remember the feeling like in the bathroom, like that shit was a tilt-a-whirl, like spitting so fast, and it just, oh my gosh, I felt so nauseous. I remember that.
I believe that.
And
I believe that.
that's about it.
meanwhile,
Fair.
somewhere else in another corner of the club, I had stepped outside to take a phone call. And then I was out there for like probably like 20 minutes. And then I came back because I was also hot. So I'm not gonna lie, I sat out there for a little bit and I was like, all right, let me go back in. And then I come back inside, and everyone's still in the corner, and nobody noticed that I left, first of all.
No, I knew you were gone. I was just like, I was dealing with her, so I was like, I can't be texting someone right
No,
now.
you weren't there when I got back, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, but I went back, and then I was standing there, and I was like, I wasn't really like dancing with anybody. I was kind of just standing there because I was tired at this point. And then like my spidey senses started tingling, and I was like, where's
Wait.
Bella?
Yeah.
And then so I see Faith, and I'm like, Faith, where's Bella? And she goes, she went that way. And she points to VIP, and I'm like, okay, well, she's not there. Like, you can see all of VIP. She's not there. And I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check the bathroom.
Yeah.
I walk into the bathroom. I said, Bella.
I heard Tay.
And then I see Lo's hand stick out the top of the stall, and she's like, we're right here. And then there's 3 people in that stall, so I could not fit. But I was like, I'm going to stand out here for moral support. And it's a good thing I did, because we need some help doing a little airlift.
Wait, what was the bathroom attendant doing? Because there's always a bathroom attendant at Guilt, and I feel like if they
Minding
see
her
someone throw
damn
up,
business is
they
what she was
grab-
doing.
They grab a security guard and like kick you out.
I don't think she knew, because it wasn't like super obvious that you were yakking in there.
Oh, slay.
Yeah, because it was also like kind
It
of
was
like
really
loud, and you were
loud.
also in the farthest stall like from her. So I think, but also she probably was like, I'm not dealing with that. She might have like seen that you were turning 21 and was like, that makes sense. So after we gave you like 5 minutes, I literally set like a timer. I was like, Bella, I'm giving you 5 minutes to finish whatever you're doing, and then we're leaving. Because like also you at this point, like you weren't throwing up anymore. Like you just like thought you needed to throw up, but there was like nothing left in your system. And I've seen Bella like this before, where she's like basically like unconscious, and
No, we haven't.
Only once.
oh yeah.
No, it was only once, like at Lib.
Well, yeah. So that's the time I'm talking about. And so I kind of knew how to deal with the situation. So I literally like grabbed her from her shoulders, picked her up. She's fighting me the whole time, like, no, Lauren, like she has a gorilla grip on the toilet. I was like, Bella, we need to go. And like at this point, it wasn't even that late. It was probably like 1 a.m. And so me and Tay, like we both take a shoulder and we're like, come on, like we gotta go. So we're walking through this packed club. I'm like moving, like shoving my hand in people's faces. I'm like, hey, like y'all, like get out the way. Like she's not good.
Everyone, as we walk by, like, whoa,
Yeah,
like, hey,
literally.
someone had a good night.
No, literally, no, not one person said like, oh, is she okay? Can I help you?
They were just
They're all just
like,
like, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, y'all are
They
so
said purr as she should.
no, literally. And so then we get you outside to the car, and you basically just flop into the car. You cannot stand. You can't hold yourself up. And so I get on like the other side, and I'm like trying. I like am holding you like in my arm. And also keep in mind, we brought a trash can, plastic bag, and paper towels in the car because I knew exactly how this night was gonna end. And so Bella's head is in the trash can the whole time. You're like not yakking or anything. You're just like there for like to use.
Just in case.
And then respectfully, Bella went unconscious. Why can I not say that word? For the whole like 20-minute ride until we got home. And then when we needed to like wake you up, that's when you like started throwing up again. And at that point, I ran upstairs and I was like grabbing like water and everything. And when I come, like I look over the balcony, Bella is sprawled out in the grass. It looks like a crime scene. She looks like she's dead. And then she's like surrounded by like Tay and our other friends. I'm like, y'all, you can't just leave her like this. Like what happened?
Bella was slumped in the backseat, and then Faith was like, I got it. And we were like, no, like, it's okay. Like, we can each take an arm. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
She's like, nah. Scoops Bella up with the Hercules.
No,
and
literally.
just starts carrying her. And then we get to the grass that's right outside our apartment. And Bella goes, put me down, I need a yak. And Faith goes, okay. And just drops her. Drops her in the grass. She's half in the grass, half on the sidewalk, just laying. And then Lo comes to the edge of the balcony, and she's like, I leave you guys for 2 seconds. And she's
Literally.
already dead. And then I remember you came over and you're like, Bella, like, we gotta sit you up. Like, you can't be on your side. You're gonna like choke on your yak. And you were like, no. You're like, no, I need to stay like that.
No, Bella is so stubborn when she gets like blacked out. And I'm like, girl, I'm doing this to help you. You're gonna thank me in the morning.
And then Faith picked you up again off the ground and carried you up 2 flights of stairs.
No,
to our
she
apartment.
threw you over her shoulder. Like, it was, I've never been so impressed in my life. I was like, and she did it like all by herself. And then we were like bringing you to the bed, and you're like, no, I need to go to the bathroom. And so you just stayed at the toilet until I guess
Folded over the toilet for hours.
Yeah, until we tried to get you Tums. You refused to do that or eat that
Or water. It's fine.
Yeah, and then
You made it.
My bad.
I don't know when how you got to your bed. Did you walk? I'm asking
Girl,
her.
I don't know. I woke up and I had a shirt on.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
my
Faith
Nike
changed
post
you,
on.
I think.
No, she did.
She put your shirt on backwards,
Full-
but that's okay.
Full mom mode.
And my hair was like in a bun.
Adriana did that. Oh, and your gloves, because Bella's dress came with gloves, were in my room. I've never been so disgusted in my life because y'all can guess what was on them.
I'm gonna throw that out. I think
Probably
it's
should.
so cute, but I'm just gonna throw it out.
We forgot to tell them about how I dropped you in the bushes.
Oh my god!
And
I forgot about that.
and that was when I was
By the way-
not drunk yet.
My knee and ankle are up.
And I believe that
Because we
and I
had to
believe
walk
that.
across bushes to get into like Guilt because we parked, I guess, like kind of like across from it. And then I'm like wearing heels and Tay's like, oh, Bella, just get on my back. And I'm like, okay. And
I was wearing my platform docs, so I was like, these seem stable enough. Like, I feel like they're weighing me down. Like, that I'll be okay going down this little hill. Wrong. Very false information.
No, perhaps I should have told you because I like went first and I have like my tall boots. So respectfully, I was fine because like nothing was cutting me up until like my knee. But like even me, I was like stumbling and I was like pretty much completely like sober at this point. And I turn around like and then immediately just like see them in the bushes. I'm like, y'all.
that
I said,
shit
no
was
one
so
else.
funny.
No, keep in mind the
Everyone in
guilt.
line of
Yeah.
Guilt is staring at us, and
Yeah.
that line was fat. I was like, oh shit.
They just got a lovely show.
We had an
Our-
audience.
Our poor ankles were like torn up, or whoever had like the low shoes on.
by you.
And yeah, that was a mess. That was Bill's first stumble of the night.
Yeah.
Mobby.
And then I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, you somehow got to bed, and then I checked on you like every like 20 minutes until it was like 3 or 4, and I'm like, okay, this is the last time. Like, do you need anything? And then at that point, you're like, no. Like you were kind of saying words now, and you're like, no, like I'm fine.
That's so good. I didn't know I did that.
Well, no, I mean it was like, yeah, I'm good, or like, I don't even know. You just like murmured. Like it wasn't like actual words.
The way you were like alive the next morning, though.
Yeah, I don't know how. I woke up and I like shot out of bed and I'm like, man, I made it to bed, like lit. And then I'm like, who's here? Because I'm like, who spent the night? I don't even know what happened. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know what happened, And then I like get up and I'm like, oh, I'm on Snapchat and I'm like trying to look at the snap maps. I'm like to see who's here. And like Tay was already gone. Because we had plans to go to Playlist Live this day, which we're gonna talk about in the next episode. And then I see Lowe's like awake on Snap Map. So I'm like, let me hobble over to Lowe's room. And so then that's when she debriefs the night for me and informs me of all that happens. And I'm like, oh shit.
Oh yeah. My like morning. So like I said, I probably went to bed at like 3, I guess. And one of your friends had like slept over on the couch. So I didn't tell you this part. I woke up at like 6 to our key door, like the sound that it makes, like jiggling like 10 times. And I'm like, oh, someone's literally trying to break in right now. And so at that point, I was so tired and fed up. I was like, if it's a burglar, I'm taking him 1v1. And so I literally walked out there and I was like, yo, like, what's up? Like, who's here? And it was your friend. And she left at like 6 in the morning. And I was like, girl, like, why don't you just like stay? Or like, are you okay to drive? And she's like, yeah, no, like, I got it. I just like couldn't figure out how to lock the door. And I was like, okay. I said, I got it. You leave. And so then, yeah, I was like exhausted from that. And then Bella comes in my room, basically skipping in there as I'm like fighting for my life now. And then obviously, yeah, I'd tell you the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I woke up at like 10 the next morning, and then like 10 minutes later, I get a FaceTime from Bella. She goes, "Good morning." I said, "Is this Bella's ghost? Because I thought you passed away."
No, literally.
The way you were smiling.
I had so much energy in the morning. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm ready to go. I'm ready. When's the next party? Like, woohoo. And I was fine until I was in the car with you, Tay, when we were on our way to Playlist Live. We were stopping at Starbucks first. And in the car, I was like, man, I don't feel good. Like, I got a headache. My stomach hurts. Like, every time you would turn or you would hit a bump in the road, I said, oh my God, I'm going to throw up.
You didn't tell me that.
No, I was fighting my demons low key. But then once we had Starbucks in my system, I was good.
And then what did you do that night?
Oh, I ended up going downtown, but no, I didn't.
Thank you.
I never finished my one full drink because I go with Lauren's frat brothers, and they're trying to they buy me a drink, and then they're like trying to get me to chug it, and I'm like, absolutely not. And so I'm like giving my drink to Lauren or just someone else. I'm like, here, or Faith. I'm like, here, someone take this, go ham or whatever. And then I had 2 shots. Lo bought me a shot, and then this girl bought me a shot at some place downtown, and it was a Fruit Loop shot. It literally tasted like Fruit Loops, and it was so good. I was like, ooh, girl, I'm gonna start ordering that. And then that was literally it. I was too sober, and I was like, I'm tired. I want to eat ice cream cake. So
Fair.
Ubered home.
No, because then I love how earlier in the day, I think we were talking at Playlist or something, and I'm like, oh, I'm going downtown with the brothers, are you coming? And you're like, no, absolutely not, I'm not drinking tonight. Maybe an hour later, Bella's like, oh, so we're going out. And I was like, oh, please join.
Yeah, I was on the way home from Playlist, and I was talking to Faith and Mia in our group chat because I'm like, oh, let's go do dinner. And then I'm like, what are we gonna do after? And I was like, wait, do you guys want to go downtown or do you want to stay in? I was like, I'm down for whatever. And they're like, oh, I'm down to go out. And so I was like, well, shit, I guess we going out. But it was fun, but it was just I did not want to be in that environment. I said I want to be in my PJs, just chilling.
Fair. Downtown is a lot to take in. There's a lot going on.
Yeah,
All that matters is that you survived.
I did.
Ooh, and Bella's 21. Bella made it. We didn't think she would.
To Playlist so quick. No, I can't wait to talk about in the next episode who I met at Playlist, because I showed her the aftermath picture, which I'm actually going to show right now before we wrap up.
That's a great way to end.
This is how the night ended for me, everyone.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's all I got to say for this episode.
Good time.
Enough said.
Right. Well,
yeah, I'm going to sign off. So see you guys next week for the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.